I ask this question all the time. Why is Kirk and Rasheeda still here? What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Scotty, and this is my review on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta Season 9, Episode 5. So let's just get down to the get down, shall we? So apparently Kirk and Georgia Prune, they're in a great place or whatever, like we give a fuck. And they're going out on a little date tonight. So, she's getting herself dressed up and prepared and everything like that. So, yeah, all the shit that I don't give a fuck about. Do I really have to pretend like I care about this date? Oh, I don't? Okay, so let's just move the hell on. So Ciara and Shooter, they sit down and have dinner with the kids, Mason and Paris. So apparently Paris has been having a little bit of difficulties as a teenager. She's been skipping school, running away, don't know what's going on. And Shooter want to know what the fuck is going on with this girl. And Paris says she hate her school. And Ciara wanted to know from Paris, well, what is it about your school that you hate so much? That's all I want to know. Why do you hate your school so much? And Paris was like, she's tired of the drama. She's sick of this. She's sick of that. She's tired of everybody fucking with her and all of this other stuff. And Shooter was like, you got to find a way to get away from the drama. You don't want to be better than us. Like, you don't need to be like me and your mother. Be better than us. Ciara believes that the reason why their kids are acting out the way that they are is because they're dealing with the fact that they're not together anymore. But my thing with Ciara, the Blowfish, is this, baby. You and Shooter ain't been together for the last couple of years now, so they're just now dealing with it? I don't know. But one thing that I will say is that their son Mason is a fucking mood, okay? He is a damn mood if there wasn't a mood, because all those little facial expressions he was making, I was all here for it. Go ahead, Mason, with your bad ass. I like Mason as a child, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, he gave them looks. Every time Ciara asked him a question, he gave them looks because he really didn't care. He is like, no, I don't want y'all to get back together. But my thing with Ciara is, ain't you in love with BK? Ain't you in love with that fuck nigga? So, what's up with you talking about you want to be back with Shooter? And why is Shooter acting like he don't want to be back with Ciara? And why is he acting like Ciara was the worst woman in the world when he was the one out here cheating on her, fucking her assistant and shit like that, and fucking other bitches and getting other women pregnant and stuff while he was with her? So, I don't understand why he always makes Ciara out to be the worst bitch in the world, but I fucking digress. At first, I thought there was Arian in his shop, but apparently this is Shalonda. That bitch from last year, the same one who we think that he been fucking, and they say they ain't sleeping together, but that's a whole nother goddamn story now, is it? However, Alexa Sky comes in, and basically Jock asks her to speak at an event. He saw her video with her revealing to the world that she was a victim of human trafficking. So he wants to throw it an event about it, and he wants her to speak on her story, and she agrees to doing so. Here comes Georgia Prune, being the grandmother to these girls as she always is. She invites Ciara, Mimi, and Bambi out, and she says that she wants to go on a ski trip. And none of these girls really been skiing before except for Ciara, but she's willing to go for the rest of the girls. And Mimi was like, well, who else going on this trip, girl? You know what I mean? And Rashida was like, Spice and Carly. And Ciara was like, girl, you know what I'm saying? But and all in all, I think these girls gonna have a good time on a ski trip. They seem to always have a good time. Like, you don't have bitches like Pooh, the bitch with the shitty sheets, we ain't got her around no more, so they might just have a decent time, to be quite honest. But I don't know, Ciara just don't look real to me. Like, she looks like a damn Blowfish mannequin. Like, that's what the hell she look like. And I can't help but speak on that, because that's all I see every time I see her. Like, she would be. And another thing, and that I've tried to ignore for all this time because I like Ciara so much, she really talks like she just learned how to talk. I don't know what's going on with that. She need to figure that out. Now it's time for Jock's event. You got Hamburger Helfer there. and you got a couple of other people there. And these women tell these horrifying stories. Like, this bitch had 20 niggas a day, had all these abortions. Some of her abortions were second trimester abortions. Like, she'll pop her baby out and go to work like nothing happened. Like, they'll make millions of dollars based off their bodies alone. And, you know, it's crazy. And it's like, when I was going to high school, I knew girls that got involved in, like, the sex, you know, the sex life like that, like being a prostitute and things of that nature. Luckily, a lot of them have come out of it, but I always used to find it sad that they were doing things like that. And I never judged them for doing it, you know what I mean? Because I'm not here to be anybody's judge and jury. I'm not nobody's God, because I have a lot of things that I need to answer to when it's my time to go, you know, see the Lord for Judgment Day. That's just how I feel. But at the same time, you know, I always really prayed for those girls, and I always felt like, you know, these girls were smart in school. They had the same opportunities as I did when we were all going to the same damn school, come from the same area, and I just never understood how they even fell into that trap. But at the end of the day, they come out of it, and they sometimes become bigger and better. It may be more things that gets them to fall into that we don't even know about. So it's easy for people to judge, but when they hear the stories, then the judgment stops. Alexis walked into the building, and she basically tells her story, and she said that she ran away and ran into this man, and that's how it happened. And at the same time, a man found her, gave her a bus ticket, she got on the bus and went home, and that's just what it was. So it was a horrifying time for Alexis Sky. And you know, I normally don't like Alexis Sky. I always thought that she was annoying as hell in a thirst bucket, but this could be the reason why she acts out the way that she does. And her telling her story is a part of her healing. And I think that she may need to seek a little bit of therapy to really get past the situation that she went through with human trafficking. That's just what I think, though. I'm not nobody's Dr. Phil, but that's just what I think. I think a lot of the times, as people, we have a lot of traumatic experiences that we deal with growing up, and sometimes it manifests until our adulthood, and it really defines how we're going to be as adults. And sometimes if you don't want to be a pessimistic person, or even a negative person, or a toxin type of person due to your circumstances as kids, then you may need to seek professional help or seek therapy or whatever else. That's why I have decided to seek therapy once again, because I do have a lot of childhood demons that still bother me to this day. So I think that therapy is a great thing, and I think that in order for Alexis to really heal from it, she may need to seek therapy and talk to somebody about it. But speaking up about it is the first step. Acknowledging and doing everything else is the first step. So I do applaud her for that. Carly, Mimi, and Rashida, they sit down, they have a conversation about Ciara's daughter getting jumped on by this girl and her mother, and they all sit down and they talk about it. And they all was like, you know what, at this point in time, I don't know, if that was my kid getting jumped on by somebody's parent, I would lose my mind. And I think I would too if that was my kid too. Like, it's one thing that your daughter is fighting somebody else, but when the person that she's fighting's parent get involved, bitch, I'm finna get involved at the end of the day. Ciara and Shooter, they sit down and they talk to Paris about the fight. And Shooter is very concerned because at the end of the day, he just lost a child to violence already. That was his main thing. And I know a lot of people were trying to say that Shooter was blaming Paris for the fight. I don't think that he was blaming her. I get his points. He already lost a child to violence already, so he doesn't want to be in that predicament again, losing his child to some more stupid ass shit. You know what I mean? So I get what he's saying. And it was good to see Ciara and Shooter sit there and try to co-parent and talk to their daughter. But at the same time, Ciara, girl, you sitting up here mushing your friend and all of this other shit like you trying to fight Carly. Why you didn't whoop that bitch ass that put their hands on your fucking daughter? Like, don't be soft, bitch, because you was just trying to go hard at first with Carly, and now you sitting up here putting, you know, peace buns and shit on bitches and shit. What you should have been doing, that bitch stay in your damn building. I know there's some ignorant, immature shit, but at the end of the day, the way you fought Carly or tried to fight Carly, you should have been fighting that bitch like that, because that's who deserved the ass whooping. Carly didn't even deserve what the fuck you gave her. That bitch right there deserved the ass whooping. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. If I had a kid and somebody jumped in while my kid was fighting their kid, no. You stay the fuck out of it. That's children shit. You should have beat that bitch ass. And that's all I'm going to say about that, Ciara. You really disappointed me with that one. Now, I'm not saying that you need to lose everything you work for and everything else for some bullshit. But all at the same time, I still feel like this girl, that bitch, the way you tried to fight Carly, you should have fought that bitch like that. That's all I'm saying. We're back to Georgia Prune and Kirk. So basically, Kirk's son has a couple of charges against him. He's in jail right now, and he doesn't have a bail. And based on what the ticket is, Rashida said that he had a little bit of weed and a gun, and that's it. Like, trying to minimize it. Girl, he had weed in the car. He got a drug charge, and not only that, he got a firearm charge. Like, girl, that's a lot. So, yeah. So, you going on a ski trip may not be the best idea. This is the one time I agree with my Aquarian brother, Kirk, and I really cannot believe I just called him my Aquarian brother because we don't claim him. But other than that, that is the one time I agree with him. You don't need to go on no damn trip. You need to be at home, okay, Candy? You need to be at home at this point. So, no, you don't need to go no damn where. As the girls are getting ready to go on the trip, you know, Rashida pulls up and she basically lets them know that she's not going. And everybody's like, well, why aren't you not going? Why aren't you going? And she basically let the girls know what's been going on with Kirk Jr. and all of the charges that he got against him and everything like that. So, you know, they're all praying for Rashida, but Rashida wants Carly and Ciara to go on this trip and have a great time and behave on this trip. I get so tired of Rashida acting like she the mama of the group. Mimi is older than all these bitches. Well, Carly and Mimi are older than both all these bitches on here because they're both in their mid to late 40s. But okay, whatever. So then the girls, as they're getting ready to go on the trip, they start talking about the fight with Ciara's daughter. And, you know, one thing that I agree with Carly on is this right here. If my daughter just got into a fight and all this drama going on around it, bitch, I'm not going on no trips right now. I'm going to be with my kid. And if I do go on the trip, my motherfucking kid is going with me on my trip. I'm not leaving my kid at home. And you know what? I cannot say nothing because I agree with Carly on that. A trip should be the last thing on Ciara's mind, but it is what it is, child. But Bambi, why did you bring up this shit with Carly and Ciara? Like, why even bring that up talking about, well, I know you really needed to get out the house if you're on the bus with Carly. What the fuck is that for you to bring up? I really feel like you want some smoke with Carly. I really do. Like, it's like you looking for some smoke with everybody. You won't smoke with light-skinned Keisha for no goddamn reason. Now you want some smoke with Carly out of all goddamn people. Bambi girl, I know that Scrappy has finally gotten the opening credits after 9 seasons. I get it. And I know you're trying to amplify yourself so you can finally be in the open credits after 7 seasons. 6 or 7 seasons of being on the show. But girl, go somebody sit your ass down, right? Now the question is Bambi pregnant? Because now she's nauseous. She needs Pepto-Bismol. She needs some peanuts and everything else. Like, they think that she's pregnant. And I'm like, pregnant? And then now everybody talking about they gonna take a pregnancy test. Ciara gonna take a pregnancy test. Carly gonna take one. Bambi gonna take one. It's like a bunch of teenage bullshit to me. You know what I'm saying? But then Ciara was like, okay, Shekinah just texted me, and she just said that she's coming on a trip. So who invited her? Spice was like, well, it wasn't me because I'm not into Ciara. I'm not into Shekinah like that anymore. And everybody's surprised. So they're like, you and Shekinah got a problem? And then, you know, she was like, I just don't have time for the fake stuff. And then Mimi was like, oh, we're going to fix this. And I'm like, yeah, y'all go. I was trying to fix the shit. So now Scrap decides that he wants to bring KK and Cheyenne together because they have a beef, apparently. And it's about a phone bill. I mean, that's the realest thing you could put on this show, King. But apparently KK is pissed off because they got into it in a text message and Cheyenne ain't paid the damn phone bill. And KK comes in guns blazing, confronts Cheyenne and everything like that. Now Cheyenne claimed that she didn't do it, but KK said that she did do it. But Cheyenne just want to get past it. But KK said, how the hell you gonna get past this and you're not even apologizing for what the hell that you said to me? Like, you need to apologize or whatever. But it's kind of like this. KK was like, at the end of the day, did you tell Scrap about Shooter? And Scrap was like, Shooter? And I'm like, oh shit, KK to put the tea out there. Lord have mercy. Y'all, this episode wasn't all that. I tried. I gave y'all the best that I could. This episode wasn't all that to me. I tried. I tried. But y'all, this is my review on Love and Hip Hop. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Instagram at Scotty_by_nature. And be sure to check out other reviews on this show from the Cast Me Out, Really Be TV, Giving You the Real Tea, Ashley Miller, Bounty Blue, Forest Rocks, El Teddy 27, Ebby Reviews, shit. I hope I'm not forgetting nobody. I said Forrest Rocks, James Colwell, just to name a few. Okay, Jamar84, my best friend, Jamar84, just to name a few. Make sure you check all these people out. And I'm out of here, you guys. Till next time, I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.